was really pleased with our group responding after Wednesday's game and the last couple of practices. I thought our defense really set the tone in the first half. That was a big key to our success, and we actually had people score from off the bench, and we actually pushed the basketball a lot better. Was able to get some transition points off of turnovers.
April, did you feel like you had a better rhythm tonight? I know you were sort of looking for that, and it seemed like you were had a little bit better pace.
Yeah, I mean, I just needed to focus and not worry about myself. When I put my team first, then my game will come to me. I just have to play and slow down, and just let it come to me.
Ms. April, the key to responding after that loss?
It was huge. We played awful, honestly. We had no energy that first game, so to come out and have energy, it was a good way to respond, and the coaches were pleased.
The boost, April, that Hayden gave you there in the first half, just how big was that to have another score out there?
I mean, it's no surprise. She's always knocking him down in practice, so to see her come out in a game and knock him down, I was really proud of her.
Coach, it seemed like you had a lot of active hands, something that you might not have had against Green Bay. It seemed like everybody was getting deflections, getting a hand on the ball. What can you say sort of about the peskiness of your defense today?
Well, the things we didn't do against Green Bay was defense, rebounding, and get back at it. And so on Friday, they didn't have a choice, so they responded.
Hayden, this is probably going to be a trend all year where teams are going to try to take away Liza and Whitney. Just from a confidence standpoint, just maybe to get this thing rolling in your mind, how important was it for you to step up and hit those shots and provide a spark off the bench?
Yeah, I think it was really important. I mean, in practice, I feel like I'm doing it now, but I got to carry it over to a game. So they're gonna concentrate on Liza and Whitney a lot. And I just got to have the confidence to step up and knock it down in the game. And I feel like today helped boost my confidence a little bit.
Lisa, did you feel like, were they packing it in pretty good on you, and did you feel like you were able to swing the ball around a little bit to find some open shooters today?
Definitely, but it was sometimes, coach would be like, score the ball because they would leave. But when they do pack it in, I got to look for my shooters. And like Hayden said, like, the confidence is coming. She does it in practice. She has carried it over, and everybody does it.
Hayden, how much did it help that some of those points, maybe more than half, came in transition? You guys were able to get out and run.
Yeah.
How important is that for this team?
Yeah, that was an emphasis on today's game, is push the ball. So like we worked on it Friday in practice and yesterday, and so that was like one of our goals for the game. And coach told us to push the ball, and she emphasized that big time. So that's what we did, and we're best when we run, so that's what we did today.
Sharon, what led to the change in starting lineup with putting Hayden in there?
We're practicing, and whoever practice hard right now is gonna play. Whoever's responding, whoever's a warrior in practice, who can get through the good times and the bad times. And I'm not big into who starts. I just want kids to play hard. So you saw a lot of platooning. If they didn't push the ball, they were taken out. If they didn't play defense, they were taken out. If the post didn't post hard, they were taken out. I mean, there was a ton of subs nonstop, and that's going to continue until we get disciplined enough and we trust the system and play hard all the time.
Coach, another tough night as far as the giving up the offensive rebounds. Can you sort of say where you guys are with that and how you plan to attack that and get better at that?
We're just bad, so we just have to get better at it. I will say half of it was my fault. They had no legs, but the other half is they're not rotating over, not putting a body on somebody. So, you can't just keep plugging here, plugging here, plugging here. You got to be really consistent, and you got to be disciplined, and you got to understand if somebody gets beat. People beat us off the dribble all day, and so we got to get better at that. And if they don't beat us, then we're a better boxing out team. As soon as they get past us, then that's a point of emphasis that we need to continue to get better at. First half, they weren't able to do it as much. We had fresh legs, even though we played a lot of people today.
April, was practice pretty tough there the last couple of days?
It was, but we needed it. If we get after it in the game, we got after it in practice, so we carried it over to the game. We needed it.
Sharon, why do you need this team to push the ball so much?
Because we're good. We're slow if we don't. We're not fast. And so if April and Ashley and Hayden push the ball, then our posts will run. Our posts aren't gonna run, our guards aren't gonna run if they don't push the ball. And then it's harder for, the defense is always on their heels. That's what they don't understand. If I push the ball, the defenses constantly have to be on their heels. They have to be in defensive position for the entire 30 seconds, not just walking the ball up and they play defense for 20 seconds.
Lisa is one example of that, of when April fed you the ball and then when you were running in transition.
Oh yeah, Coach gets on me a lot about running down the floor, running hard. So when Whitney got the rebound, I knew to just run.
Sharon, the end of the first half, the 10-minute stretch there, do you feel like that was a pretty good defensive effort for that 10 minutes at home without a field goal?
I mean, that was huge. And I don't give a lot of compliments. I went right in at halftime and complimented them on their defense and how they paid attention, they listened, they communicated, they got after it. That was huge. And we have to do that if you can sustain that. If you can do that and stay ahead and then keep playing equal, maybe the second half you're always going to come out and continue to, hopefully be on top. And we needed this one.
Thank you very much, guys.